In tonight's special report, KEZI is taking a deep dive look into the vaping craze behind the scenes to uncover the truth behind this craze.
Oregon's Court of Appeals issued a stay on the proposed 6-month ban of flavored vaping products not long after Governor Kate Brown issued it. And KEZI 9 News reporter Emma Jerome is live in the studio tonight with more on that in our special report. Emma.
Matt Renee, you're exactly right. And I've talked to manufacturers, doctors, and reviewed many reports from the CDC, and I learned that this story has so many layers, and I wanted to look past the smoke and mirrors and just share the facts.
Vaping is in the news and on our minds.
Down to that bombshell announcement out of Salem where
the CDC reports there have been nearly 2,300 cases of illnesses related to vaping in the United States. 48 of those have been deaths, 2 of those in Oregon. But beneath the hysteria and fear and misinformation, what is the truth?
We don't know what we in medicine call the natural history of these exposures. We just don't know.
They don't exactly know what they're looking for. They're learning.
First, the basics. When you go into a store and buy a vaping device, you have a lot of options. Rechargeable, disposable, flavored, non-flavored, even the strength of the nicotine. If you go to a licensed marijuana retailer, you can get them with THC as well. But they all have 3 things in common: a mouthpiece, a container of liquid, sometimes called a cartridge, and a battery. When a vapor inhales, the battery heats up the coil. The liquid turns into a gas, and that gas goes into your lungs, delivering nicotine, THC, or anything else that was in that cartridge. But vaping isn't new. The industry has been around for over a decade.
You blow out water vapor so you're not harming anyone around you and you're not harming yourself.
Now, will it make you dizzy when you take a hit of the nicotine?
Here, try it.
So, if vaping has been around for years, why are people just getting sick now?
We need to know more about the frequency of exposure, how long these people used it, so still a lot of unknowns.
Experts say there are 2 possibilities. First, people are tampering with the products.
Nicotine vapes come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, but when it comes to what's inside, it's pretty standard, and it's 4 ingredients: propylene glycol, vegetable glycerin, nicotine, and flavor. However, both vape manufacturers and health professionals agree that it's when you alter these products, your risk significantly increases.
So you buy it from a reputable store, and then you break it open and you decide you want to put some other flavoring in there because you really like pina colada or whatever it might be.
The other suspect is a chemical called vitamin E acetate.
Well, there's one class of chemicals that your lungs don't do well with: any kind of oils.
Some supporters, including manufacturers, maintain it's a safer alternative to cigarettes.
No one's going to argue that these things are good for you. No one's going to say, I'm vaping because it's good, but is vaping better than cigarettes if it's used properly and it's not adulterated, like you said?
So I think it's a tough question. The risk may be less, or at least it's different.
Dr. Patrick Ludke, Senior Public Health Officer for Lane County, says it may be decades before we know the long-term side effects of vaping.
We just don't know 20 years from now what will happen to people who vaped when they were age 18.
So far, the number of deaths and illnesses are only a fraction to the number of Americans who die from smoking. To date, vaping-related injuries have claimed the lives of 48 people in 25 different states. 2 of those right here in Oregon. But cigarettes kill 480,000 Americans every year, accounting for 1 in 5 deaths. That's over 10,000 times the deaths from vaping. And for every person who dies because of smoking, at least 30 people live with a serious illness related to smoking.
Lay your hand way to mine. And now you're ready for the line.
Whether vaping is healthier or not, it's definitely on the rise.
It will grow, regardless of the regulation that's coming.
Bob Foote, CEO of EC Blend Flavors, says that by 2024, vaping will be almost a $30 billion industry. Some experts say growth is fueled in part from marketing to minors, and the numbers back it up. The CDC reports that from 2018 to 2019, e-cigarette use in high school students increased from 20% to 27%.
Vaping can help adult smokers quit smoking. There's some evidence around that. But at what cost? At what cost specifically to our youth?
Vaping liquid comes in every flavor, from tobacco to Boston cream pie. Flavors are what health professionals and government officials are saying makes this product so attractive to kids, a charge that Foot and others at EC Blends say could not be further from the truth. They say in no way have they ever marketed to kids. They say the large variety is so adults can find their flavor and transition away from cigarettes.
The goal is that we deliver a safe product to our customers consistently.
But how it's even made is a question many people have, and we set out to find out. I'm here at EC Blends manufacturing plant in Medford, and I came out here to find out how this product is made and how tightly it is regulated. The factory smells like a candy store, and it's that candy-like flavor that some say is aimed at children. Derek Raymond is the production manager at EC Blends, and he says they have been ahead of regulation since the inception of the company.
We're going to keep pushing, you know. It's nothing that we aren't wanting to get in line with.
For doctors like Ludke, the health questions around vaping are confusing and frustrating, mostly because he says they were predictable and avoidable.
We knew it was coming. I mean, if you were here 5 years ago, you would have heard one of us in public health say, something bad's going to happen.
Now, the CDC is updating reports every week, and at last check, they said that nearly 2,300 people have been sick with vaping-related injuries, and 83% of those people reported to using THC products. Matt, Renee.
Wow, special report, and it was special. Very good job. Thank you so much.